just be patient. Ons gaan nou begin. We still have open seats. There's still people queuing, and we really want all of our people to be in the hall. And I can see there's still people queuing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for Kenene Marekwa outside. It's urgent. They are looking for you. Kenene Marekwa. They are looking for you outside. Can you quickly give attention to it, please? Dames en heren, ons wil vragen dat allemaal sit alsjeblieft. Please, please, can we take our seats? Please, colleagues, can we take our seats? We are requesting all of you to take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Kom en sit net bietjie. Kom en sit bietjie asseblief. Ek ken die mense van die Noordkap is baie mense met baie mooi maniere. So kom en sit sodat almal kan die president sien as die president inkom. Ons gaan opstaan as die president kom en dan sit ons daarna. Daar is die president, kan ons opstaan en die president in Noordkap se hande klap gee. Can we give the President in Northern Cape applause? Welcome, President. Welcome, President. There's the President on stage. There's the President on stage. President Cyril Ramaphosa. Welcome. Welcome, President. Welcome, Premier. Premier Sol, our ministers. Thank you very much. Baie dankie. Baie dankie. We are going to request the Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think we are ready to start. We are ready to start. Thank you. Baie dankie. Ek weet dat ons almal baie opgewonde om die president te sien. En die president is hier so. President loves the people of the Northern Cape. Yeah. I'm going to request, we are going to sing the national anthem. But before that, can we have silence, please? All men, remove your caps. We can't sing the national anthem with our caps. But I really want to plead with you to be still now so that we can sing the national anthem. Kan ons absolute stilte kry? Kan ons absolute stilte kry? On my right, please be one to sing the national anthem. Let's show our respect for our anthem. Ek ken ons as mooi gedisciplineerde mense in die Noord-Kaap. Can we all rise please for the national anthem? And request the subs choir to lead us with the anthem. Daar's nog te veel geraas, dames en here. Daar's nog te veel geraas. Daar sê, dis die Noord-Kaap. Respect en dissipline. Over to you. Thank you very much. We can take our seats. Dames en heren, we are ready to start with our official program now. But ek weet in die Noord-Kaap, ons begin al die onze meetings met 'n gebed. So I'm going to request Reverend Swartboy to come to the podium to open with a prayer.
Do 1.6. What is that? 1.6. Go to 6.5? Yeah.
We can sing something while we are waiting Reverend to come to the podium.
What's that?
MEC Vilakasi,
Okay, that's
can you
fine.
lead us
Turn it around.
while we are waiting?
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. 165. No, go to 165.
Thank you, Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, the President, the Premier, and all other
Okay, that's fine.
important guests. Dames en heren en mense van die Noord-Kaap, is vir my voorreg om 'n kort vers vir u saam te lees. Ek lees dit uit die Amplified Version of the Bible in Haggai 2 vers 4. Dit lees so: But now be courageous, Zerubbabel, declares the Lord. Be courageous also, Joshua, son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and be courageous, all you people of the land, declares the Lord. En vir al hierdie gedeelte, and work, for I am with you,
Bring it down.
declares
Okay, fine.
the Lord
Turn it,
of hosts.
bring it this way.
Dames en here, ek wil die Afrikaanse gedeelte graag ook met u saamlees. Maar ek kry dit nou nie. Die be courageous gedeelte word vervang met skep moed. Skep moed, Zerubbabel, skep moed volk, skep moed almal, want ek is met julle. sê die Here. Ek is seker almal van ons is opgewonde oor hierdie projek en dis ons bede dat hierdie projek die 1 biljoen rand behuisingsprojek besondere waarde sal toevoeg in die Noord-Kaap. Ons is daarom vol moed en ons is opgewonde vir hierdie projek. Mag die Here saam met ons wees en alles seën wat hierdie projek vir ons mag inhou. Kom ons bid saam. Heavenly Father, we pray that you may bless us today. Dankie dat ons weet dat u saam met ons hier is. Hierdie dag is 'n besondere dag. Dis 'n wonderlike dag wat u op ons pad gebring het. En daarom bid ons dat u ons sal seën as ons hier byeen is. Dankie vir hierdie uitkoms, Here. Dis 'n uitkoms vir soveel huisgesinne. En ons besef vanmôre, Here, dat behuising in ons handves van menseregte of ons basiese menseregte is ons reg. En daarom is ons dankbaar, Here, dat ons hier kan staan en hierdie projek deur die president bekendgestel kan word. Ons bid dat u ons sal seën, dat u ons mense in die Noord-Kaap dankbare mense sal maak, sodat ons verstaan dat elke goeie gif en elke volmaakte gawe, soos die apostel Jakobus dit stel, dit kom van bo af. Die Here het ons kom seën. Kom lei ons verder, seën hierdie program, elkeen wat hier is, en lei ons in die goddelike liefde verder. In Jesus se naam bid ons dit. Amen.
There's nothing wrong to clap. We can clap for Dooms. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dumani. President and the people of the Northern Cape Province, we are going to call now the Premier of the province to come and welcome you officially to the Northern Cape and to this 1 billion project in the Northern Cape. This government is serious with development. Over to you, Premier Sol. Aita, Premier Sol, aita. Aita, Premier Sol, aita.
Aita Noord-Kaap, aita. Aita Noord-Kaap, aita. Ons moet almal baie opgewonde is vandag. As julle opgewonde. Want ons is saam met die president mos hier vandag. En in Roodepan nogals. Ek het vir die president gesê, die mense van Roodepan, van die hele Kimberley en die hele district van Francisbaard, hulle is heel wat opgewonde. Want hulle se president sal vandag hier saam met hulle is. En ek wil net die geleentheid gebruik om baie mense hier te verwelkom. Ons het onze minister for Human Settlements, minister vir behuising is hier met ons. Minister Kubai kan ons haar vra, laat sy net opstaan, laat ons vir haar 'n lekker handeklap gee. Dan het ons ook onze minister van Public Service and Administration, kan sy ook net so opstaan en vir haar 'n lekker handeklap gee. Kan ons nou vir hulle almal 'n Noord-Kaap handeklap gee? Dit klink nie, ja, daai klink nou soos Noord-Kaap. Dan het ons ook deputy minister wat ook 'n kind van die Noord-Kaap is. Deputy minister Dipuo Pieter, sy sit hier voor. Ons weet mos sy is die voormalige premier van die Noord-Kaap. En ek moet nog sy groot skoene kom invul. Dan het ons ook hier saam met ons die Deputy Minister of Human Settlement, Comrade Pam Chwete. Tesame het ons ook deputy minister in de presidency, Noma Sonto Motaung, kan ons ook vragen lekker aan het klap gee. Tesame met ons het ook onze voormalige premier, Sylvia Lucas, wat ook hier is. So daar's net een provincie in die land, wat jy sommer 3 premiers van die provincie op 'n slag kan kry. Dis net hier in die provincie in die Noord-Kaap. So ons het vir Comrade Tipuot, ons het vir Sylvia Lucas en Zamani Solas hier 3 premiers op 1 slag. Dat is mos nog gevaarlik, jong. En ons het ook hier onze plaaslike burgemeester, Kagiso Sonyoni, die jongste burgemeester in die land. Dan het ons ook die burgemeester van die district, Nondumiso Buda, wat ook hier is. Daar staan sy op, kan ons vraag ook 'n lekker hande klap gee. Ons het al onze LER's hier, almal van hulle is hier, kan hulle net so opbeweeg. Laat ons ook vir hulle sê welkom en baie dankie. En dan het ons ook onze kerkleiers. In die Noord-Kaap doen ons niks nie sonder onze kerkleiers, as dit is so nie. Ja, ons doen niks sonder onze kerkleiers. En ek het vir die president gesê, hier in die Noord-Kaap, eet mense nie slange nie, hulle eet nie gras nie, hulle word nie gedoem nie, want ons het ordentlike kerkleiers hier in die Noord-Kaap. Onze kerkleiers ken die woord. Jy moet die dinge luister as hulle preek. Dit is gevaarlike goede. So hier in die Noord-Kaap, daar's nie die deurmekarigheid nie, wat jy in ander provinsies sien. Ons kyk net wat by ander provinsie aangaan op die TV hier, wat ons ordentlike kerkleiers hier. So hulle is hier, binne saam met ons, kan hulle ons vir hulle vra, laat hulle so opbeweeg, laat ons vir hulle ook 'n lekker hande klap gee. Daar's hulle. Skare van hulle is hier vandag. En ons is baie bly dat hulle almal hier is. So dan het ons ook die commissaris van die Public Service Commission, Mr. Koyiya, wat ook hier is, and the head of the Office of the Public Protector, Mr. Mlungi Sikanye, kan ons ook vir hulle lekker hande klap gee. Dan het ons ook die hoof van DBSA, die Ontwikkelingsbank van Suid-Afrika. Dis hulle wat vir ons so groot geld gegee het. Ontwikkelingsbank van Suid-Afrika. Kan ons hulle net vra dat hulle opstaan? En vir hulle nou regtig die Noord-Kaap hande klap gee. Nee man, die klink nog baie laag. Man. Kan ons vir hulle nou lekker Noord-Kaap hande klap? Ja. Ons het ook besigheidleiers hier en ons het baie ander mense wat hier is, maar mees belangrike is die skare van die Noord-Kaap. Kan julle vir julleself 'n lekker hande klap gee? Want ek het vir die president gesê, vandag kry ons in die saal 10,000 mense om vir jou te verwelkom. Toe sê hy 10,000 in die Noord-Kaap. Ek sê, ons sal jou 10,000 mense kry. Hier het ons 10,000 stoele. En al die stoele is vol, mense staan daar agter, hulle het nie plek om te sit nie. So ons kon nie skare kry vir die president. En daar's orde hier, is dit nie so nie. Kan ons vir General Otola en sy span vra dat hulle ook so opbeweeg, laat ons dankie sê vir die werk wat hulle gedoen het. Baie dank, hulle het rondom die klok gewerk, om seker te maak dat ons het 'n ordentlike bijeenkoms, en dit is baie ordentlik hier vandag. En die rede hoekom ons hier is, dis deur die laaste visit, the last visit of the president to the province about 2 years back. 2 years back, the president was here. We went to Colville, from Colville we went to Greenpoint, and from Greenpoint we came to Roodepan. One of the issues which the president raised with us 2 years back, he said housing is a very big problem in the Northern Cape. Ons het saam met die president in huise ingegaan, waar daar 37 mense gebly in een huis. Daar's huise waar daar 40 mense bly in een huis. 3 verskillende families. Dis die ma se kind en die kinders se ma en almal bly in een huis. Vir die president, hy was nou 'n groot probleem. And he said to me, Premier, we need to work on a plan to embark on a massive housing program in the Northern Cape. That's what he told me. And he made an announcement in Parliament that we are going to look at alternative funding mechanisms for housing and schools. And we are going to pilot that in the Northern Cape and the Eastern Cape. So die rede hoekom ons hier is vandag, it's that visit that took place 2021 of the president. So we worked, looked at different mechanisms of funding, en vandag ons staan hier, waar ons sê, we are launching a 1 billion rand housing project in the Northern Cape. So this is the biggest ever housing project to be launched in the North Cape. Dis die grootste. We've never had something like that. Maar die is nou die tweede fase. Dis nou die tweede fase. Die eerste fase het begin with earthworks. What we did in the past 4 years, we managed to build about 18,400 service sites right throughout the province. We've got about 18,400 serviced sites. Gedienste erwe, dis wat ons het. Wat ons gebou het oor die pas 4 jare. En nou wat ons sal bou, is om die topstrukture te bou. Toe ons gedienste erwe gebou het, jy kon niks sien nie, want alles is ondergronds, is dit nie so nie. Nou begin ons huise bou wat ons noem as topstrukture. So julle sal huise sien. And we just had a short turning now with the president. We are going to build houses all over here. Hier af sal daar huise wees hier. Dis die plek waar ons een van ons projekte sal hê. En ek wil dat duidelik stel, ons het 47 projects. En een van hulle sal hier wees. Verstaan julle? So vandag, ons het ons president hier. Ons het ons president hier op 'n baie belangrike dag. Ek het vir die president gesê toe ons hier na toe ry. dat gister met die opening van skole, with the opening of schools, we had 307,000 children that went to 554 public schools. En in Noord-Kaap ons het 554 publieke skole hier in Noord-Kaap. En gister 307 kinders het na die skole toegegaan. En vir die eerste keer in die geskiedenis van die Noord-Kaap het ons meer as 300,000 skoliere. Kan ons vir ons ouers 'n lekker hande klap gee? Vir die eerste keer het ons meer as 300,000 skoliere. More than 300,000 children that went to school for the first time yesterday. It was 307. What that means is that the parents in the Northern Cape, they take the education of their children seriously. That's what it means. Because there's an increased number of children that we've got in our schools. And I told the president that we just handed over 6 brand new state-of-the-art schools, completed and built. 6 brand new. And we are currently busy finishing 13 brand new state-of-the-art schools in Noord-Kaap. So ons vat onderwys van onze kinders baie ernstig hier. Very soon we are going to invite him to the province when we'll be handing over completed 13 brand new state-of-the-art schools. So met die woorde wil ek vra, laat ons vir die ouers van die Noord-Kaap 'n lekker hande klap gee. Kinders moet by die skool is. Moenie kinders by die huis hou nie. Kinders moet by die skool is. Dis wat ons moet doen. So met die woorde baie dankie dat u julle almal opgedag het en ons as die Noord-Kaap baie opgewonde dat ons president hier het. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much. Baie dankie premier. Kan ons die premier nog 'n hande klap gee? Premier reeds die dignitaries acknowledge, maar daar's nog mense wat inkom soos die tyd gaan. Ek wil ook van die geleentheid gebruik maak om die koning van Platfontein welkom te heet. Die koning is ook saam met ons hierso, as ook Gossie Bareki. So kan ons vir ook 'n lekker hande klap gee. En dan het ons ook onze ambassadeur in Lesotho, Comrade Connie, Ambassador Connie Supesengwe. She's also here in our midst. So we will acknowledge others as the time goes. Thank you very much, Premier. Dames en heren, ek het saam met my is we are co-chairing the program, myself and the Minister Kubai. So I will do the first part and then she will take over. We are going to call on now the representative of the Development Bank of South Africa, Mr. Mhlongo, to come to the stage for a message of support. Can we give the representative of the Development Bank of South Africa a big hand? Development Bank het 'n groot beurs. So julle moet mooi kyk wie's Development Banks van South Africa se mense. Ja, hulle se beurs is groot. Daar is geld daar, so kom ons gee hom 'n lekker hande klap. After him, Minister will take over. Thank you very much.
The Honorable President of the Republic, the ministers here in present, the Premier of the Northern Cape, the mayors, the councillors, and the guests that have been invited to this occasion. Good morning. I guess it's still morning. Good morning. I'm here sent by the Chief Executive Officer of the Development Bank of Southern Africa, DBSA. She sends greetings and well wishes to the success of this occasion. The Northern Cape and this project in particular have lifted 2 learnings that we think could be applicable nationally. Number 1, we have witnessed that where there is intergovernmental, interdepartmental collaboration, the chances of a project being successful are raised. Number 2, the Chinese summarize it well, and they say that when the student is ready, the master will appear. What it translates to in this case is that when we've done early work, when we've prepared projects, funding becomes easier. It was easier in this province for us to work with the different departments, to work with the national departments, and we concluded that we have got a government at work, and it was easier for the Development Bank to make funding available to this project. This project is going to restore the integrity of many people. It's going to stimulate and trigger other unanticipated developments in the various communities. It is our belief, in conclusion, that if this has been successful here, why would government not consider taking this tested case study and make it national? If government were to decide to do so, I am fortunate, me and the colleagues at the Development Bank, that we have been involved with this project right from day one. And so we've got a story to tell of what works and what does not work. And it is our conviction that this is a story that can be made to work nationally. And the bank would love to be a development partner, to be involved across all sectors. We raise our hands, Honorable President, that we would wish that you share your overalls with us, and we are willing to dirty ourselves with government. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chucheko Mhlongo. Away, North Cap, away. Away, the North Cap, away. Eita, North Cap, eita. Eita, North Cap, eita. Hala, la President Ramaphosa, halala. Hala, la President Ramaphosa, halala. Thank you very much, my co-program director, MEC FAS, for running better part of the program. Let me acknowledge the President, His Excellency President Ramaphosa, the Premier of the Northern Cape, Premier Zaman Son, the District Champion, who's my colleague in Cabinet, Minister Kivit, the DM that we've been crisscrossing the country, working and fulfilling the mandate of this government, DM Chwete, DM Peters from Small Business Development, MECs, MPs, MPLs, councillors, mayors, institutions supporting our democracy present, board chairpersons, DGs, HOD, CEOs, and all senior government officials, but most importantly, you as citizens who have joined us today to come and listen to our president. The Freedom Charter says there shall be houses, security, and comfort. The most vulnerable people who are our elderly persons with disability, child-headed households, military veterans, Mr. President, believe that your leadership will be able to provide what the Freedom Charter has pronounced. The women of the country, Mr. President, says they've seen you and they've seen the leadership being able, and this government being able to provide shelter for them, and therefore they are able to say no and leave abusive relationships because you provide shelter as this government. Today they are here gathered as citizens of Northern Cape to come and listen to you, Mr. President, as you give them more hope and tell them about your vision and what you want to do in the Northern Cape. They are here in numbers, Mr. President, because they do believe in your government and they do have hope that under your leadership there will be houses, security, and comfort. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to request us to minimize our movements and actually sit and listen, because the President is going to address us. But most importantly, there are many people here who have come out in numbers so that they can hear what this project is about. As Dr. Zaman Sol has said, that there's been hope, there's been people waiting, looking forward to houses being built, but more importantly, so that they, together as South African citizens in the Northern Cape, do not find themselves in the back foot or being seen as no delivery. This government delivers for everyone. This government delivers across. No province is less important. No community is less important. And that's why the President is here today to address you. I am not going to address you today. I'm co-program director. And I'm going to request all of us to rise and welcome the President, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, as he takes the podium and address all of us. Halala President Ramaphosa, halala. Halala President Ramaphosa, halala.
Amandla! Forward with our government in the Northern Cape, forward! Forward with the national government, forward! Amandla! Thank you. Let us sit down. Program directors, both our program directors, our Premier, Dr. Zamani Sol, Minister of Human Settlements, Minister Mamuluku Kumai, Minister of the Public Service, Minister Kivit, Deputy Ministers who are here with us. I saw Deputy Minister Chwete, MECs who are here present, the Executive Mayor of Francis Bard District, the Executive Mayor of Sol Plaatje, local municipality, representatives of government institutions, the religious leaders who are here with us, en lede van ons gemeenskappe. Ek is baie bly om hier te wees en goeiemôre, dumelang, molweni, good morning. Dit is vir my 'n groot plesier om vandag om hier in Roodepan te wees. Dit is 'n groot plesier om met almal van julle hier in die Noorde-Kaap kan gesels. Nou, vandag is 'n baie belangrike dag. Ons maak geskiedenis vandag. Hierdie is 'n dag waarom ons maak groot geskiedenis. A big history in South Africa. Dit is die eerste keer wat ons 'n groot mega behuisingsprojek launch soos hierdie ene. Hier in die Noorde-Kaap. Now, compatriots, we are launching a very important project. You can see I'm wearing an overall. Ek lyk baie mooi vandag. Ek is nie soos hierdie mense wat tas het vandag and who are wearing a suit like the guy who was here representing the CEO of DBSA. Hy lyk amper mooi, maar ek is die mooiste vandag. Ek lyk so want before coming here, the Premier took me to a site to go and do the sword turning. Hy het my 'n graf gegee en toe doen ek die sword turning. The sword turning where we are going to launch and to build houses for our people. As Minister Kubai was saying, this is the fulfillment of a dream that was conceptualized by our forebears when they drafted the Freedom Charter and launched it in Kliptown in Gauteng today, where they said there shall be houses, security and comfort, and where they said all people shall have the right to live where they choose, be decently housed, and to bring up their families in comfort and in security. And they went on to say, unused housing space must be made available to the people. And they said, rent and prices shall be brought down so that people can afford. That's what they said. And then they also said, we shall have a preventative health scheme that shall be run by the state. In Parliament, and I'm glad to see the Deputy Chair of the National Council of Provinces our comrade Sylvia Lucas, who is here with us. She oversaw the adoption of the National Health Insurance. The National Health Insurance was dreamed about when the Freedom Charter was adopted in 1955. And it said free medical care and hospitalization shall be provided to all. And then it continues, slums shall be demolished and the new suburbs shall be built where all shall have transport and there will be roads, lighting, playing fields, creches, and social centers. That is what our forebears said in 1955. Now, ek wil baie dankie sê vir julle premier, Comrade Zamani Saul. Want there is a premier who has a vision. He has a vision. 2 years ago, he and I were driving in the same car. I was not driving. He was not driving. Of course, he can't drive. I can drive better than him. But he and I were in the same car, and we sat at the back, and he told me about the needs of housing in this province. And he said, President, there is so much need for housing here in the Northern Cape. And he said to me, our people are setting up informal settlements all over here in the Northern Cape, from Springbok, right through to Uppington, right through to Katu, right through to here in Kimberley and the Yellow Plaque. And he said, our budget for housing is quite a small budget because we are the smallest province. And he said, right now people, because they don't have houses, you'll find that there are almost 25 to 30 people in one small four-roomed house. The mother and the father, the children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, and elke mens van die familie bly net in 4-kamerhuis. And he says, that has become unacceptable. And I agreed with him. I said, yeah, it is not acceptable. We must find a solution. Thereafter, we started thinking about a solution. And I said to him, why don't we use the budget that you have and front load it and look into the years ahead and see if we cannot build the houses now. And he said, President, that is so true, because if we don't do that, we will have to wait for 50 years before we build houses for all our people. And I said, we're going to talk to the Minister of Finance. And in the State of the Nation address, I did raise this issue, as he says. I said we must find funding mechanisms that are going to enable us to build houses now, to build schools now, and be able to pay for them on an ongoing basis going forward. Ek is baie bly dat ons doen dit vandag hier in die Noord-Kaap. Die projek begin hier in die Noord-Kaap because the Northern Cape is leading. I want to thank your Premier. Your Premier was brave, he was forward-looking, he was innovative, and once we had said that in Parliament, he started going to the financial houses. He did not sit on his bum and do nothing. he immediately stood up and went to the various financing houses. And finally, we have a project today which is quite historic. This is a project that is a trailblazer. We are testing it here in Northern Cape, and now the Northern Cape is leading. The Northern Cape is a leading province when it comes to this, and we are going to roll it out throughout the country. And you can be proud that the Northern Cape has many, many other things that it is leading in. But this is one of the things that the Northern Cape has shown great leadership. And let us say thank you to your Premier, Dr. Zamani Saul, for this initiative. Now, you are also a leading province when it comes to attracting investment. We are seeing a lot of investors coming here through the Northern Cape. We have attracted more than 100 billion rand in investment in renewable energy, in solar energy. And we are seeing the Northern Cape growing exponentially and creating jobs. And of course, we want to see more and more jobs being created. But it makes me happy that we are now addressing one of the key challenges, which has to do with housing. Die behuising van ons mense is 'n baie belangrike projek vir die regering. En ek is baie bly dat ons doen dit hier in die Noord-Kaap. And we're doing it here because you are going to show South Africa how it is done. You are going to show South Africa that a project like this can be done in a short space of time. The Premier tells me, he says, President, now that you have done the sword turning, the contractors are already appointed. Hierdie project gaan gou begin. Ons gaan nie wag vir 'n ander jaar of vir maande. Dit gaan nou begin. Now that is pleasing to my ears. Ek is baie bly daarom. Want we want to see action. We want to see action being taken. And we don't want to see lazy people. Mense wat lui is, wat net praat en praat en praat en doen niks nie. And the other thing is that this project, ons doen dit met 'n groot bank, the Development Bank of Southern Africa. Dit is 'n groot bank en hierdie bank werk nie net hier nie in Suid-Afrika. Dit werk in ander lande ook. In Lesotho, Botswana, hulle gaan tot Angola toe en Zimbabwe en 'n paar plekke. So dit is 'n groot bank. And that gives us also the assurance that mense gaan nie geld steel nie. Mense gaan nie geld steel nie. And the other thing is, we don't want to see overpricing. We don't want to see prices that are going to go out of control. The prices must be equal to the work that is going to be done. And another important thing, a belangrike ding, the work will be done by local contractors. Nou, dit is baie belangrik. Dit is 'n baie belangrike punt. Want ons wil nie hoor nie dat die mense wat hier gaan bou is mense wat van Limpopo afkom. Ons wil nie hoor nie dat dis mense van Kaapstad afkom. Hulle moet ons eie mense hier wees. Daarom is dit so belangrijk. And another thing, ons wil hê dat die geld wat ons gaan gebruik met hier net circulate. Die geld moet nie London toe gaan of New York toe gaan. Die geld moet hier wees. Dit moet hier bly. Dit is baie belangrik vir ons. En ek wil net weer sê, vir hierdie maatskappye wat nou die kontrak kry, julle moet julle werkers mooi, you must look after your workers. Julle moet julle werkers mooi hanteer en hulle moet lekker werk. Ons wil nie hoor nie dat julle werkers, they work like slaves. You must pay them well. You must look after them. And of course, ons wil hoor dat maatskappye, companies that are led by women must also participate in this project. And companies that are led by young people must also participate in this. Now, if we can do that, then we have a very good project. Dit sal 'n baie mooi projek wees en ek sal weer terugkom. Ek sal weer terugkom om die huise kom inspekteer. To come and see whether the houses have been built. Now, for us this is important. We also want to see other businesses being started as a result of this project. This project must lead to the economic development of this area where we are, so that our people must also feel that they are benefiting. Now, I want to be able to come and go into some of the houses and see how the houses have been built. I want to come and see the quality and be able to be sure that, yes, the ceiling has been well installed, the tiles have been well installed, and the bathrooms have been well installed. Now, it reminds me of what I experienced in Queenstown. In Queenstown, I was walking around looking at the various houses that have been built by this ANC-led government. Now, so you know, this ANC-led government, now I've been saying that we've built 4 million houses. Now, I was corrected the other day by the Minister of Human Settlements, Minister Gubai, who whispered to me and said, President, eindelijk, ons het 4,700,000 huise gebouw. 4,700,000 are the houses we've built. We built those number of houses in the 30 years. Now, this is what we have done. Of course, when we started, when President Mandela came in, he felt that we needed to fulfill what is set out in the Freedom Charter. He had Joe Slovo as his Minister of Housing, we used to call him. And over time, they started building houses and giving them free to our people. Mahala. Taking a house and giving it mahala to somebody. Now, I have not found that in many countries on our continent, nor in the world. When they talk about houses, you know, I was in Russia a few months ago, and President Putin was saying to me, they are building 2 million houses, and I said, wow, that's great. And I asked, what do you do with the houses? He says, no, they come and buy these houses. They buy these houses, and quietly I said, he doesn't know what we do in South Africa. On says, beter as yele, because we, recognizing that our people are poor, and they were made poor by the apartheid system. The government of today, government of the ANC has had to respond to that. But anyway, so there I am walking in Queenstown. So walking in Queenstown in the street, and we're doing, you know, from house to house and all that. So this lady, two scenes say me, and say for me, President, asseblief, kom nader, kom by my huis. En toe sê ek, hoekom moet ek jou by jou huis kom? Sy sê, nee, ek wil net hê jy moet kom sien wat die regering vir my gedoen het. En toe sê ek, maar ja, die regering het baie mense 'n huise gegee. Sy sê, nee, my huis is 'n baie spesiaal huis. Ek wil hê jy moet dit kom sien. Toe neem sy my met die hand, en sy sê, kom sien. Nou sy is baie mooi, no, very, very good looking, and now she pulls me by the hand. Now, when you are pulled by the hand like that, you can't resist so much. Now, toe gaan ek met haar. Now I get to her house. Now I'm with other comrades. And when we get to her house, toe sê sy vir my, President, kan jy sien hoe mooi my huis lyk? Ek sê, nee, ek sien. Sy sê, net, kyk net by die ceiling. Ek kyk, baie mooi ceiling. She said, sien net die tiles daaronder. Ek sien dit is 'n baie mooi RDP huis. En daarna sê sy, ek wil hê jy moet my slaapkamer kom sien. Nou, nou, ek weet nie wat denk julle nie. Maar sy het my gevra om by haar slaapkamer gaan. Nou, toe wag ek net 'n bietjie. Toe wag ek, want my ouers het vir my gesê, as I was growing up, hulle het vir my gesê, my seun, jy moet nie en ou mense se slaapkamers gaan nie. Nou, ek het gou gedink daaroor. Toe sê ek vir myself, wow, my ouers het my hierdie message gegee, maar hulle is nie weer daar nie. So ek kan maar sommer gaan. Toe gaan ek. No maar, ek het nie net voluntarily gegaan. Toe trek sy my met die hand. Sy trek my met die hand. Nou sy vat my by haar slaapkamer. Ek kom daar. Nou toe she closes the door. She closes the door. Ek vertel julle. Now the other comrades remain behind. I think, you know, there were comrades from the ANC Women's League, and they look at me suspiciously, and they ask themselves, what is the president up to now? Now, I didn't close the door. She closed the door. So she closes the door, and then now we are two in her bedroom. Nou, toe sê sy vir my, President, sien jy hoe mooi my kamer lyk? Ek sê, ja, dit lyk baie, baie mooi. En toe sê sy, kan jy sien my bed? En my bedspread, en ek sê, nee, dit is baie, baie mooi. En toe sê sy, kan jy ook my headboard sien? En dit is een van hierdie headboards wat baie mooi is, en die duvet is baie mooi. Toe sê sy, President, jy kan sommer hier op die bed sit. Nou, ek weet nie wat denk julle nie. En toe sit ek en ek voel dat hierdie bed is baie soft en is 'n baie soft bed. En toe sê sy, you can also put your head on the pillow. Now, no, let me tell you. Now, as soon as she said that, I did put my head on the pillow, but I quickly remembered, I said, wow, what is Mrs. Ramaphosa going to think about me now? Where I am, and I stood up immediately. To say for her, Madam, I've seen your house, that is baie mooi. To say, nee, ek is nie klaar nie. Ek is nie klaar nie, sy sê, kom sien my dogter se kamer. Toe wys sy my haar dogter se kamer, and then after that she said, I want you to see that I have a really nice RDP house, with a wonderful bathroom, and I used to stay, now listen to what she said. She said, I used to stay in a shack. The ANC government has now given me dignity. They have given me dignity, and today I have a house. Now, I must tell you, whatever you may have been thinking, my heart was warmed. My heart was really warmed to hear this lady saying, I am grateful that the ANC-led government has given me a house. The government has given me a house, and today my dignity is restored. Now, this is precisely what we are going to be doing here in Roodepan. We are going to give dignity to our people. We are going to go to the other regions of Northern Cape, and we are also going to build these houses. 4,500 houses now in the next 2 to 3 years. And after that, we're going to start another project, and another project, and another project, because it's important that we should house the people of the Northern Cape. Amandla! Amandla! Forward with our government, forward. Now, on top of that, this funding mechanism, which I spoke about in SONA, we are now going to also use it when it comes to building schools. And if you listen to the Minister of Finance, last year in November, when he released his medium-term policy budget statement, he said Treasury is now going to embark on a number of funding mechanisms to fund projects, to fund infrastructure projects. What this means is that South Africa, as a country, we have now arrived at a completely different era where we no longer wait forever to fund infrastructure. Our infrastructure build is now going to take off. We are now going to have the capacity and the ability to build infrastructure. Over the years, our infrastructure build has been coming down, and we have now found funding mechanisms. We are now going to invite not only the DBSA, the Development Bank of Southern Africa, we are going to go to the other banks and get the other banks to also be part of this infrastructure funding. And it will be less risky to the state. It was going to be beneficial to our people. And this is precisely what we want to be grateful to Premier Zamani Sol about, because he grabbed the opportunity for the Northern Cape. He saw the vision and said, we want it to happen here in the Northern Cape first. And it is now happening. In a few weeks' time, the projects are starting. The building of the houses is starting. And I must say, you as people of the Northern Cape, you are lucky to have a forward-looking premier. You are lucky to have a provincial government that grabs opportunities, that makes things happen. And the fact that here in the Northern Cape, we've got the biggest investments in renewable energy basically means that we've had the leadership here that has mobilized, that has been able to mobilize the investments. So I thank you very much, you the people of the Northern Cape, for being patient, for being understanding. I will not say baie dankie vir julle almal, want you are showing that indeed you appreciate what the government is doing, because this government is working. It's nie 'n slapende regering nie. Hulle sit nie net daar by die kantore en slaap nie. They don't just sit on their bums and do nothing. I have seen them working, and I'm grateful that I have a very good working relationship with your Premier and with the government of the Northern Cape. So we will be coming back to inspect, to see whether the projects are moving or not. If they are not moving, I know what I will do, but I don't have to do anything because I know the commitment is there, the determination is there, and I know that Premier Sol will be going to all the building projects himself to go and inspect whether the houses are being built or not. And that is what we should appreciate. And I say, forward with the government of the Northern Cape, forward. Forward with our Premier, forward. Amandla. Amandla. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here.
Halala, President Ramaphosa, halala. Halala, President Ramaphosa, halala. Halala, Premier Sol, halala. Halala, Government of Northern Cape, halala. Amandla. Malibongwe. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much for your input and what you have raised with us. I think, Mr. President, I need to learn from you. May Africans as ni goed nie. So, ek kan nie mooi Afrikaans praat nie. Mayor Itumeleng had promised to teach me as a champion in Pixley, but it's going very slow. So I see my president is very, very fluent with Afrikaans. So ek moet Afrikaans leer. Mr. President, we recommit that as well. We'll ensure that the work is done within time. And as you said in your SONA, that it's 2 provinces. Northern Cape has made the lead with the initiative led by Premier Sol. And now, next stop will be Eastern Cape, so that we fulfill what you have committed in your SONA. I must apologize, colleagues, myself and my co-program director didn't acknowledge the presence of labor, our partners, social partners, which are critical in our work. We just saw the leadership of COSATU here with us today. Do apologize, social partners, as we always work together, as committed in terms of working together between ourselves as government, labor, communities, and business. I'm going to ask my co-program director to come through. There's an announcement he wants to make, but immediately he finishes, I'll ask the district mayor of Francis Bart, Councillor Buddha, to come and do a vote of thanks. We'll do an announcement after that of other things. Thank you.
Heita President Ramaphosa, heita. Net een announcement wat die premier gesê het, omdat die president het gesê dat ons moet ontwikkeling doen, waar onze mense nie hoe ver mee te loop nie. En ons weet die uitdagings wat die mense face in Roodepan. So om te announce dat by die ontwikkeling wat ons gaan doen, ons gaan ook 'n skool en 'n hospitaal bou, sodat die kinders nie hoe ver te loop nie en die mense dienste het hier op julle se stoep. Kan ons die regering van die dag 'n goeie hartklap gee? Maand klaar.
Heita Northern Cape, heita. Heita Northern Cape, heita. Heita Francis Bart, heita. Heita JTG, heita. Heita Namakwa, heita. Heita Pixley Kaseme, heita. Heita ZFM, heita. Amandla. Awethu amandla awethu matla arona goeie middag aan die citizens van die Noord-Kaap. Mine is just to come and make a vote of thanks. A warm and a graceful day to the most valued Honorable President Cyril Ramaphosa, our Honorable Premier Dr. Zamani Soul, the ministers present, 2 district champions ministers, one for Pixley, the one for Francis Bart, Umamukubai no Mamunotolo, MECs, MPLs, and the deputy ministers that are present, former leaders, executive mayors across the province, district mayors, mayors of local municipalities, councillors present, municipal managers present, government officials, non-government organizations, our stakeholders, our citizens of the Northern Cape, members of the media, and our traditional leaders that are present. Thank you very much. It is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I am honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. This is a very special occasion, an occasion that touches our heart, an occasion that is in our spheres of government, the 3 spheres of government that is working together to make sure that we give decent housing to our people. Thank you very much, honorable delegates, community members that came out in their numbers to make sure that they come and grace this event. Siyabong. I would also like to take this opportunity. I want to share this, President. On Monday, when we were having our meeting in preparation of the final push for this program, the Premier was having a concern when all head teams then reported. Then he came back to the mobilization team to ask them, guys, are you sure we are going to reach the target? Because in social media, there were gurus who indicated, no, the president is going to address an empty tent. And then one head of Solplaiki, Mr. Pura, then indicated, Premier, there will be a moria of people. And it's exactly what it is today. On behalf of Francis Bart District Municipality, I would like to extend a special thanks to all those who have worked extremely hard, both in the forefront and in the background, the volunteers, officials of the departments, your local municipalities, and the host local municipality, which is Olplaiki, Mayor, usebenzile, siyabonga, siyabulela. So I would like to take this golden opportunity to further thank the Honorable President and our Premier for this important housing project in the province, which is a progressive step towards ensuring that the residents of the Northern Cape through this province will have access to adequate housing. As the Freedom Charter says, there shall be houses, security, and comfort. This is a clear sign that the government has committed to make our today a better than yesterday. Once more, I want to state it, make it clear, and thank each and everyone who contributed to make sure that the event becomes successful. And also thank all residents across the province who came out in numbers to grace this event. Ra leboga. Onse baie dankie, siyabulela nangomso. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Buddha. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of our program. I'm going to request that all of us remain seated while the President and the entourage takes leave, and then the dignitaries will depart. After that, you will be served here, and then you will be able to move out properly. Please remember where your transport is parked so that you are not lost. Where you got off, that's where you are getting. And also those who need information about services of government and also experiencing some of the work that is being done at the back and some of the booklet on how to apply even for the house. They are there at the back. Please take it as you go home so that you are able to access the services of government. Thank you very much for being a good audience and also respecting us as the co-program directors. Halala Northern Cape, halala. Halala, Northern Cape, halala. Thank you very much. Let's all rise and allow the president to take leave.
DJ will keep us busy. DJ will keep us busy. We'll be entertained.